You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did. I had a pretty nice weekend. I did a little business and some little, not a lot of business, but I did do some networking. I went to a really nice event over at the Career Sisters co-working space on Saturday. I thought that was really nice. They have a beautiful, beautiful space. So if you're looking for event space, check out Career Sisters located in Peachtree Corners. They got a really, really pretty space, very intimate space for you to do events and things like that. And we had a really nice time over there. It was probably about 12 to 15 women there. And it was just really cool. So that was refreshing. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I came home and yesterday I did pretty much nothing. I did a little bit. I had a closet sale. I have a lot of clothes. And so I lost a lot of weight. I lost 113 pounds over the last year. And so I have a lot of clothes. I love jeans. Like, I'm a jean fanatic. So I had about 35 pairs of jeans. And I was like, okay, I really need to make room in my closet so I can get new clothes because I don't really have any clothes anymore because of the weight loss. And so I did a closet sale yesterday, which was pretty cool. Made a little bit of money, but I thought it was pretty cool because, I have all these clothes and someone could use those clothes. So they were just sitting in my closet. But I still got a lot of clothes left. So listen, if anybody knows of a consignment shop, because I still got a lot of stuff left. If anybody knows of a consignment shop where I can take these clothes and put them on consignment, please email me, Audrey@goodmorninggwinnett.com. And listen, if you have not downloaded the app yet, download the Good Morning Gwinnett app to your cell phone, your tablet, whatever device you use, mobile device you use. You can do that by going to your app store. If you got Samsung, Android store, iPhones, of course, the Apple store. Download the app. Is free. Or if you listen to Alexa a lot, you can listen to the latest episode of the show on your Alexa. All you got to do is go to your Alexa, add the Alexa Good Morning Gwinnett Alexa skill, and say Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and it will play the latest episode. So I'm glad about that. Also, share it with your friends. If you listen to the show's podcast on iTunes or Stitcher or TuneIn, wherever you listen, I think I'm pretty much everywhere by now. But if I'm not somewhere you listen, email me again, Audrey@goodmorninggwinnett, and let me know that, hey, Audrey, I listened to this particular streaming platform, and I couldn't find your show there, and I'll make sure to get the show on that platform if it's at all possible. My goal is to expand the show as far as I can and as wide as I can. That's why I do so many things. But listen, I'm going to get in here and start the show. I'm so happy to be here this morning. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope your day started out pretty good. It is Monday. Most people dread Monday. Monday is like the worst day of the week. For me, it's like the best day. The second best. Sunday is my best day. For some reason, I get a lot of inspiration on Sundays. And maybe it's because I'm not doing anything. I'm kind of just chilling out on Sunday, so that's probably why I get so much inspiration. I'm always so energized on Sunday for some strange reason, and it's always been like that, like Sundays, and then Mondays I'm ready to go because during the weekend I try not to work, and so when Monday comes around, I'm ready to go. Now, for those of you who go to work, that's probably not the case, and I'm sorry, but for me, Monday is like a happy day. So, we normally like to kick off our week with the horoscopes brought to us by astrologer Michael Thiason. He is our resident astrologer, giving you your daily scopes for what to look forward to in your day. And we're going to jump right in here and kick it off with Aries. Aries, and this is for May 20th. Do you believe that we're almost at the end of May? When I tell you time flies, it waits for no one. So you better make sure you're doing what you got to do and enjoy life. All right, Aries. Take your time. Do not make any decisions in haste. Make plans to mix business with pleasure. Dinner with clients or business associates should be successful. You may have a problem with someone you live with if you don't include them in your gatherings. Aries, include everybody. Well, sometimes you can't include everybody, but make sure it's a gathering. At least ask. That way, if they don't want to come, they don't come. Taurus, take action. If possible, rely on coworkers to back your objectives. Talk to superiors in order to get approval. You'll be ready to jump on anyone who gets in your way of your progress today. Don't let anybody get in your way, but be careful about jumping on them. You don't want to lose your job or go to jail or any of that kind of crazy stuff. Gemini, you will want to complain about the injustice that is going on. Don't jump too quickly if someone tries to make you join in on their crusade. Your bank book will suffer and your restrictions will put a damper on your relationship. Watch your bank book, Gemini. You don't want your bank book to suffer. Nobody does. Cancer, efforts made to improve yourself will turn out to your satisfaction. Ideas may sound good, but be careful if people are just looking for handouts. Empty promises will cause upset. And watch out for empty promises. You know, people, I could go on and on about empty promises. You know, and I won't. I'm not going to even get into it because it's crazy. Anyway, let's keep going. Leo. Minor accidents could occur if you don't take precautions. Be careful. You may upset someone you live with if you don't consult with them. Okay, that's kind of like, I think that was Taurus I just read. No, that was Aries. Don't let anyone, be careful with the people you live with. That was my second one about that today. Your ability to deal with others will help you accomplish your goals. Good luck on your goals today, Leo. Virgo, don't let in-laws upset you. Oh my God, so that's the third family upset I just talked about. So it's a whole lot going on with that whole family upset with those signs. Family responsibilities are mounting. You can dazzle members of the opposite sex with your quick wit and aggressive charm. So there's a lot going on in the family this week, and I haven't even finished the horoscope. I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back to pick it up with Libra, and so just stay tuned. Be right back.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for us where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? I can't understand why we can't hold hands, but they don't know what we have is real love. Aren't you sick and tired of having to hide? I know a place, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow?
Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown. Right now we're doing the horoscopes. We're going to pick it up where we left off, and that's at Libra. Libra, don't turn down offers that could include sports activities or children. You should socialize with clients or upper echelons of your industry if possible. You need a day to rest and relax with loved ones. Scorpio, your partner will blow situations out of proportion. Try not to allow others to burden you with additional responsibilities. Protect your interests legally if necessary. Protect your stuff, Scorpio, and make sure you read the fine print. Sagittarius, you can make career moves that will bring you much higher income. You need to spend some time reflecting on past experiences and involvements. Your emotions have been pulled out of shape, and you need to do a little backtracking. All right, you need to do a little backtracking. It didn't say backsliding, no, it said backtracking. Check your emotions, Sag. Capricorn, get back into the swing of things. Don't promise to deliver the goods if you aren't positive you can meet the deadlines. There's a good chance that you won't come back. I don't know where you're going, Capricorn, but there's a good chance you won't come back. Make sure you pack everything you need on that journey. Aquarius, you have problems with your skin, bones, or teeth. You may have problems with your skin, bones, or teeth. If you haven't been taking proper care of yourself, someone close to you will get upset easily if you are insensitive to their needs. You are ready to blow up, and stress levels has gone into overdrive. Listen, it just said you got problems with your skin, bones, and teeth because you're not taking care of yourself. And now you're talking about your stress level. So watch your stress level, Aquarius. You're already causing problems with your bones and teeth and your skin. So watch the stress level and don't blow up. Try to keep it calm and try to work through it. All right, my fellow fish Pisces. Organize your day to avoid any setbacks that may ignite temper flare-ups. Okay. Don't put your professional reputation on the line. You will upset your partner if you have spent money on things that aren't necessary. Well, I don't really do that too often. I'm not, let me tell you something. So earlier at the top of the show, you heard me talk about I love clothes, right? Because oh my God, I was addicted to shopping. And there's a lot of people who are addicted to shopping. And so I don't do that anymore. I think I stopped my addiction when I had my daughter. Because I was single. I was young, and shopping was my thing. Do you hear me? I love to shop. Like, clothes were my things and shoes. And so, and I shop now, but I don't shop anything anywhere near as much as I did when I was young. So I don't spend frivolously. So my braces kind of messes me up. I don't spend money just to be spending money. I don't do that anymore. I don't spend because I feel like I need to have a retail therapy. But I used to just love clothes, and I love jeans, and so that's why I have so many jeans. But yeah, I'm a Pisces, and I try not to do that. Every now and then I'll splurge, but not very much, not anymore. And it's funny because my daughter says she can't believe that. She can't believe that I was a clothes fanatic, because when you work for yourself and you work from home, you don't have to dress up every day. I mean, I get dressed every day, but I don't dress up every day. You know what I mean? Because you get real comfortable. I was at a mastermind meeting last Friday, and one of the guys said, one of his weaknesses was, just getting into drive. Like, sometimes you procrastinate. He's like, yeah, because sometimes I have my PJs on, I have crumbs all over everything. And that's funny because that could really happen. Like, I get dressed every morning. I put on perfume as if I'm going out the door. And my reason for doing that is because I never know when I may have to run out to a meeting or run out to the post office, and I don't want to be looking crazy while I'm out in public. So I get dressed every morning, and I spray perfume because I love perfume, as if I'm going, somewhere. So anyway, moving right along. So the Gwinnett County Board is going to give the teachers a raise in 2020. They have approved the budget for the 2020 fiscal year. They did that at the Thursday night board meeting. So the board voted unanimously to pass a budget of approximately $2.3 billion. $2.3 billion. And this budget is for the Gwinnett County public school teachers. The budget included a $3,000 cost of living increase for all employees paid on the teacher salary schedule. Will cost $44.6 million. There's going to be A 2% cost of living raise for all employees not paid on a teacher's salary, scheduled at cost of $7 million, and a salary step increase for all eligible employees who will cover 95% of the current teachers. Will cost approximately $13.7 million. Salary costs are also salary costs also include $8.1 million to fund 104 additional teachers and instructional support positions. Oh, that's cool. Gwinnett is growing so fast, and I can just imagine they don't want overcrowding in the classroom, so they need this money to bring on more teachers. So they're going to be bringing on more 104 additional teachers and instructional support. So that's great. There's also funding for 6 additional school resource officers. Additional resources are budgeted to special education and psychological services, foreign language, and fine arts. Oh, they're putting some money into the fine arts. That's great. There are also budget increases in operation and maintenance support. The average teacher ratios will remain the same, and district positions at the central office will be filled as needed. The general fund represents 77.4% of the total budget and funds the primary day-to-day operation of the school's district. Okay. It accounts for $1.7 billion of the total budget and is 3.7%. It is a 3.7% increase from last year's budget, attributed to salary improvements, mandated employee benefit increases, and costs associated with increased enrollment. So they're putting some money into, and I think that's great. Teachers do an important job. My brother is a teacher. His wife is a teacher. And they do an important job with our children, especially when you got to go to work and you don't have time to, teach educate your child at home. You send them to public schools, and some people are, privileged enough and fortunate enough to send their kids to private school, but some are not, so they send them to public schools. That's why Gwinnett has one of the best school systems in the state. It's so funny. I talked to someone yesterday. They want to move to Lawrenceville, and they knew I lived in Lawrenceville, and they called me and they said, listen, how is it in Lawrenceville? I said, well, I love Lawrenceville. I love Gwinnett County altogether. And they said, yeah, we're thinking about moving there, but one of the issues is my son wants to make sure that they have a good school system. I said, listen, Gwinnett has one of the best school systems in the state, so you could probably be in no better place than here for your children. I think the children are first in kindergarten and first grade, and that's a great way to get them started. So, putting money into our systems and showing the teachers that they appreciate it because they do good work, I think that's a good thing. So kudos to you guys for doing that, and for the teachers. Let's get to a little bit of political news right here. So less than a year after he lost a runoff for his party's nomination for lieutenant governor, former Duluth-based state senator David Schaefer is back in the thick of the Republican politics in Georgia. Schaefer was elected chairman of the Georgia Republican Party at the state GOP's convention in Savannah on Saturday. The former ex-legislator being elected to lead the Republican Party makes a return to leadership position within the party. He had previously served as the Georgia State President Pro Tem, the second most powerful person in the state Senate, until he stepped down from that position to run for lieutenant governor. So he's going to be heading up the GOP this year. Schaefer is not the only person with Gwinnett ties who was elected to a leadership position with the state GOP on Saturday. However, Peachtree Corners resident BJ Van Gundy was elected assistant secretary. He is a former leader of the Gwinnett GOP, a 2016 Republican National Convention delegate, and former vice chairman of the state GOP. So you got some people that's stepping up to do some things here on the GOP side. It's going to be a fight this year, I can tell you that, coming up. So it's a lot going on in politics right now, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I mean, I think it's going to be, I don't know. I just look at all the things that's going on. There's a city council meeting tonight at 7 o'clock in Grayson. So if you're interested in that meeting, it's going to be at 7 o'clock in Grayson. That's located at 475 Grayson Parkway, Grayson, Georgia. If you've got questions about that meeting, you can call them at 770-963-8017. Again, that number is 770-963-8017. That's tonight at 7 p.m. Gwinnett City Council meeting. So if you want to go out there, voice your opinion, whatever you got to say, going out there and that's going to be located again at 475 Grayson Parkway in Grayson, Georgia. All right, listen, I'll be right back after this next song to continue to give you the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned. There's a ribbon cutting ceremony today for a new boutique called the Monarch Boutique, and it's located at 4763 Atlanta Highway, Suite 340 in Loganville. So if you want to go out and show some support, you can do that. It's going to be at 12 o'clock today from 12 to 1 o'clock. We always want to show support. So there's a nice little ribbon cutting ceremony at Monarch Boutique. Congratulations on Monarch Boutique for your grand opening. Again, the address is 4763 Atlanta Highway, Suite 340 in Loganville. If you're looking for a job, there's a job fair going on today, and it's going to be, they're looking for the following positions: warehouse production, food prep and concessions, office management. Must be bilingual though. Insurance agents, please bring 2 forms of ID, which includes a birth certificate, social security card, a valid driver's license, or a state ID, a passport. In addition, please bring a copy of your resume and be prepared for an interview on the spot. That's going to be today. Starting at 9 o'clock, so you can still make it because it's going to end at 3 o'clock. They got a lot of job openings available, and that's going to be at 7094 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, and that's in Peachtree Corners. Again, that's 7094 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, and located in Peachtree Corners. So if you're looking for some work, here's your opportunity to go out there. I know a lot of the students are getting out for the summer, so it may be a position for you as well. Just go check it out. Make sure to take your resume. Make sure that you're dressed appropriately. Make sure that you bring everything you need. Don't go there unprepared, because you want to make sure if something piques your interest and they're looking for a position to fill and you can fit the bill, you want to be prepared to say yes if you need to. Again, that's 7094 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, and it's going to be going on all the way up until 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Warehouse production, food prep, office management, but you must be bilingual. Insurance agents, they're looking for all of those people. So make sure to go on out there. If you need a job, do that. If you need help publishing your book, there is a book publishing. Nope, that's ended. No, it's not. It's not ended. It said 6:30 today. Okay, there's a book publishing workshop going on today. It's going to be 6:30 to 8 p.m. tonight, and it's going to be located at 230 Culver Street, and that's in Lawrenceville. This is brought to you by Diamond Counseling Consulting LLC. As an author of 2 books, he is going to be talking to you about how to overcome the frustrations of getting your book completed. Because listen, I've written probably 7 books by now, maybe 6 or 7, and I'm working on 2 right now at the same time. And there's a lot that goes into writing a book, especially if it's self-publishing. But it's not as hard as it used to be, because there's so many tools that are available out there now to help you get started, and so many publishing hacks. It's like, you hack the computer system to do things. Well, you can hack your publishing too. So there's a lot of ways to get the job done. The workshop will provide a wealth of information about the types of publishers, what to look for in a publisher, a timeline, and how to launch your book. So if you are interested in that, that's today from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, and that's located at 230 Culver Street in Lawrenceville. I used to give a class when I was in Jersey for Caldwell Community College. I did that class probably for 2 or 3 years on how to self-publish a book. And it was so funny because I remember the first time I did the class, I had a classroom full of probably about 25 students. Most of them were like doctors, which was kind of funny. But then and the other half were like moms. And so I remember doing the class. I want to say it was a 4-week class, because it was at a community college. I think it was a 4-week class. And when I tell you, by the time I finished that class, those people were like, man, my head is about to explode. I didn't know it was so many steps involved in this whole process. And I was like, listen, it is a process. It is not something that you just jump out there and do. It's a process, but it's not as hard as it used to be, because there are so many great tools out there now, and so many great hacks to help you get it done. But the writing a book is normally the easy part. And I think that's what people don't understand. That's the easy part. The hard part is getting the book out to the public. And back in the day, the only way to do that when I first started was like book signings, right? And you would go to a book signing and no one would show up. I remember doing a book signing at a bookstore, and I think 2 people showed up at the bookstore for the signing. It was crazy, but those were the type of things we did. Now there's just so many ways to get your book out there. You don't have to even go through a lot of stuff. And so if you got a book in you, I would encourage you to think about writing. I think everybody should write 1 book, because here's the thing, right? I think everybody should write a book. I don't care if the book is 60 pages. I think you should write it, because that leaves that's a part of your legacy. Even if you're just telling your story, like even if you just want to share something that happened to you, I think you should write a book and give it, because I'm so proud to be able to have said I've written these books for my granddaughter, right? Like, I look back over my life, and hopefully I got many years left to go, but I look back over my life and I looked at some of the things I've accomplished, and I'm so proud that I'm going to be able to leave those things to my granddaughter and show her what was possible when you just think about things. Like, I never would have thought in a million years that I would have come up with a concept for a doll, like a DOLL doll, and brought it to life. But they live in my home. I did that business for 5 years, and there's stories and articles written about me. And if my daughter go and ever decide, I don't even know if Google is going to be around by the time she's big enough, my granddaughter. But if she ever decides to Google me, she'll see some stories about the things that I've done. And that makes me proud, It makes me happy that she can say, you know what, my grandmother did this, and I can do it too. If she did it, I could do it. And I'm sure by the time she gets to this point, by the time she's like of age where she can, start to do these things, technology will have changed so much until it's going to open up even more doors. Like when I started, the internet had just kicked off. I mean, okay, so let me tell you what the internet services were. Prodigy, and that was, because that's the service I had. That's the internet service I had. It was called, people probably even know what Prodigy is. Prodigy was my internet service provider. That's how I got my internet. Then AOL came along, and I left Prodigy. And now it's like every telecom system out there have their own, but that's how much technology has changed. I remember getting my first computer in 1994, right? And it was a big old computer with the big old screen and everything. Well, I remember those things. I remember going to work at a company called Jewish Family Services, and they were upgrading all their computers, and they were so cool. They gave me all the old computers. Like, once the old computers had been wiped clean, they gave them to me, and I sold them to all my friends for $100. So all my friends had computers because I was able to take those computers that the company were no longer using. They had wiped them clean, wiped up all the information on them, and they gave them to me to sell. And I sold them for $100 because they were just gonna throw them away. And I was like, "Hey, listen, what you gonna do with those computers?" And they said, "Nothing. What you want?" I said, "Can I have them?" They said, "Yeah." All my friends got computers because I sold them for $100. And so now you can just go out and buy a computer that, because now they're like readily available. But anyway, yeah, that's where we are right now. All right, there is a monthly momentum mastermind for women going on. I think that's really cool. It's tonight at 6 p.m. Defining Your Joy Center, located at 555 Oak Brook Parkway, Suite 540 in Norcross. When you get the support, look, I don't know if you're a business owner, an author, an inventor, even if you are a CEO of a company that's not yours, if you have not gotten the chance to read the book Think and Grow Rich, read that book. It was so funny. I read the book 3 times, and I'm not going to tell you the secret, but at the beginning of the book, Napoleon Hill talks about this secret, right? And so I said, okay, it was the secret to success, right? And so I'm reading the book, not really trying to read the book. I'm reading the book looking for the secret he was talking about. And I'm reading the book, and I'm like, well, so when am I going to get to the secret? He said, you would know the secret when you get to it, right? And so I'm reading the book, and I never got to the secret. And I said, okay, I must have overlooked it. So I read the book again. I read the book. I'm looking for the secret because he said there's a secret to success in this book, right? And so I'm reading for the secret. And I still didn't find the secret. So the third time I read the book, I found the secret. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you want to know the secret, you got to read the book. It took me 3 times to get it. But one of the things he talks about in the book is the power of having a mastermind group. And when I tell you that it's powerful, it really is. I remember back in 1997, it was 3 friends and I, we got together, and we were actually together this weekend. We haven't been together in 20 years, which was also pretty cool. But we used to get together, the 3 of us and 3 more women would get together, and we would mastermind every Sunday at 2:30 at my office. And everybody had their own separate business, but they had their own separate challenges too. So we would get together, we would mastermind, and talk about things that were affecting our businesses and how we was going to move forward. Well, I remember one particular Sunday, 3 of the women left after our mastermind, but 3 of us stayed behind. And 3 of us that stayed behind, we were like, listen, we need to make more money in this business. We need to figure out something to do. And we sat back down for probably another 3 hours masterminding. And when we left out of there, we had this concept for this book. And the book was called A Cookbook to Romance. And the premise behind the book was, everybody needs some romance in their life. And so we set out to write this book called A Cookbook to Romance. And it was the cutest little book. And I remember trying to come up with, I was trying to look at the book. And so we didn't want people to frown on it. Now, here's the thing. The book was not graphic, like sexually graphic or anything. But we thought that if you read the book today, you'd be like, that's the book? Like, they were worried about that. We were so worried about the concept of the book that we didn't even put our real names on the book. So on the book, my name is Dominique Pierre. One of the authors' name was Nikki Jordan, and the other one's name was Amanda Rochelle. It was so funny. And so we look at that now. So even if you pick that book up now, you would not see Audrey Bell on it, because at that time I was Audrey Bell. Now I'm Audrey Bell Kearney. You wouldn't see Audrey Bell. You would see Dominique Pierre. And it's hilarious when I'm sitting here thinking about it now. And it's hilarious because this was like early internet days, right? So internet was just really kicking off. And I don't even know if we could put the book on the internet, tell you the truth. Like, I can't remember. But I remember us getting that book done because of our mastermind session. And I remember doing book signings. I remember going to Martha's Vineyard doing a book signing. And, I think we went to Martha's Vineyard to do the book signing in 1999. And I remember going to Martha's Vineyard, and I remember we got to the vineyard early that day before the book signing, and it was just so beautiful. It was kind of surreal being on Martha's Vineyard. And I remember waking up the next morning, I saw everybody watching television. We stayed in a bed and breakfast. It was the only African-American owned bed and breakfast on Martha's Vineyard. Like, all the presidents had stayed there. President Clinton had stayed there. Like, a bunch of business people, like, they stayed at this. It was called Twin Oaks. And, dang, I still remember that. That was a long time ago. That was like 21 years ago. It was called Twin Oaks, and I remember us waking up that morning for the book signing, getting ready for the book signing. And I remember coming down to go for breakfast, and I remember everybody like standing around the TV looking really sad. And I was like, "What's going on?" So we looked like, "Well, what's happening?" So they were saying that John F. Kennedy Jr. plane had went down like 2 miles away from where we were staying, like literally 2 miles away. And so me, the curiosity seeker, I said, so we had driven, I drove my Jeep to the ferry, and then you put your Jeep on the ferry, and then the ferry brings you to Martha's Vineyard. So I had driven my Jeep to the ferry, and we got off so I had my car, and so we went outside. So let's go down. It was like 2 miles down from where we were, and we jumped in the car and we went down. We tried to go down to the site, but it was all blocked off. That was a really sad day on the island, but we did good with the book signing. But anyway, so I said all that to say, masterminds could be a great way to help you get unstuck and help you grow your business. So there's going to be one tonight called Monthly Momentum Mastermind. Again, that's going to be at 555 Oak Brook Parkway, Suite 540 in Norcross. If you have nothing to do tonight and you're struggling with your business, it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight. Get on out there, meet some women, do a little mastermind and get yourself into shape so you can move your business forward. I'm going to go to a song and I'll be right back.
Tell me your story. Tell me what made you change your mind. Oh, yeah. How you move forward and still go against the tide. Yeah.
host, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Excuse me. Listen, if you look at, I went to, I told you earlier, I went to a co-working space called Career Sisters in Peachtree Corners, a beautiful, beautiful place. But there are a lot of co-working spaces popping up around Gwinnett County. And I think the great thing is about co-working spaces is that you get the opportunity to have a place to go and be around other like-minded people and do some work and get that energy and feed off that energy without having a huge overhead of having an office. Now, sometimes as you grow and expand and scale, you're going to need an office. And some of these co-working spaces actually offer office space for you to do that inside that co-working space. But some of them are pretty small and they don't. But they offer the opportunity for you to go there, network and co-work with other like-minded folks. And so there's a free opportunity for you to check out a co-working space today. It's called CoWoCo. CoWoCo. That's CoWoCo. And they're open today from 8 to 5, and you can go there today and co-work for free. You get a chance to look around the space and see if it's something that you want to, go to on a regular basis. You don't have to be a techie. A lot of the co-working spaces that are out there, they are tech-based, and so it kind of puts the rest of us, well, I'm kind of techie, so it kind of puts most people who are not techie, like that's not a place for me because it's tech-based, it's a lot of tech heads in there, and that's not a bad thing. It's just that it's not a whole lot that, you don't find too many that's not geared towards tech, because here's the thing about those, they're not only co-working spaces most of the time, they're also like little incubators, so that's the difference. But if you want to do co-working, it's CoWoCo, and it's going to be today to 5 o'clock p.m. It's going to be at the Clarion Suites in Duluth on I-85, Clarion Suite, Duluth, I-85, located at 3700 Shackleford Road in Duluth. Going out, you don't have to be techie. You don't got to be a guru. Any community member that is looking for a place to get work done and an environment to be inspired and to surround yourself with like-minded folks, hopefully you can get that over there at CoWoCo. I'm going to check them out. I like to check out co-working space because I'm looking for a co-working space that fits what I'm trying to do. My budget, it fits my needs professionally, and I want to make sure that I can find it. So I'm happy to see Clarion Suites is there, and I'm probably going to check those out as well. So when you get there, they got a lobby bar, they got high seating, they got a lobby area, a dining area, and they got a business center for calls, internet, and Wi-Fi, unlimited coffee, free parking, and meeting rooms that you could reserve based on availability. So check it out. Clarion Suites Duluth, I-85, 3700 Shackleford Road in Duluth, Georgia. They're going to be offering free co-working today until 5 o'clock. If you don't have anything to do, you might want to check it out. If you live in the Lawrenceville area and you want to get your speaking on or speak better or speak as a professional, Toastmasters will be holding its weekly meeting tonight at Discovery High School from 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. And that's at Discovery High School located at 1335 Old Norcross Road in Lawrenceville. This is a great way for you to hone your speaking skills, also to meet other speakers who are doing the same thing. It's a good way to connect with folks and find out what's going on in the industry. So check it out. There's some people that are going to be there. Again, that's tonight at 6:15 to 7:15 p.m. Discovery High School, 1335 Old Norcross Road in Lawrenceville. Now, if you feel like, I live in Swanee or Sugar Hill or something like that, but I still need to go, there's also another Toastmaster meeting going on today at 12 o'clock, and it's going to be in Swanee, located at North Gwinnett Church, 4973 West Price Road in Swanee. And same thing, if you're trying to hone your skill, but you don't feel like driving over to Gwinnett, because Swanee is it's the next town over, but it's still kind of far. Like, that's about a 20-30 minute drive. It's kind of crazy. Because sometimes I'm driving to Swanee, it looks like it takes me forever. But if you don't have time this evening, but you are free today from 12 to 1 o'clock, and you still are looking for a place to find your voice and hone your skills and network with other speakers in the industry and find out how they're doing it, and learn how to speak with confidence and improve communications and give constructive criticism, constructive feedback, not criticism. and you want to be in an environment that's supportive and a thriving, you can thrive. 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock, North Gwinnett Church, 4973, and that's in Price. That's West Price Road in Swanee. All right, that's all I got for you today, guys. But before I go, I always want to say something inspirational to help you continue to have a great day. And so my message to you today is, you mean the world to someone. You mean the world to someone. I know somebody's saying, you know what, I don't mean anything to anyone, but I guarantee you there's somebody out there that you mean the world to. And you may not even know it, but just know that you are not alone and that you mean the world to someone. And you gotta think about that, when you're feeling down. Say, you know what, it may be your child, it may be your mom, it may be your boss, it may be the lady at church, it may be the lady in the store who looks forward to seeing you on a daily basis. But you mean something to someone. You mean the world to someone. And you may not think that, and I hope you're listening to this, and I hope you say, you know what, thank you, Audrey, for sharing that, because I needed to know that I meant something to somebody. Listen, that's all I got for you today. If you missed the episode of the show, go back and listen to it on goodmorninggwinnett.com. Download us on your phone from the mobile app store, Android and iOS. If you got Alexa, you can listen to the most recent episode on your Alexa by saying, Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett. But remember, you have to add the Good Morning Gwinnett skill to your Alexa first, and then say, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and you'll get the latest episode of the show there as well. If you got Fire Stick, you can go back and listen to all of the past shows by just going to the app store and download the Good Morning Gwinnett app to your Fire Stick, and you can listen to us there. Also on iTunes. Follow me on Twitter, Good Morning GM Gwinnett. Follow me on Facebook, Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram, Good Morning Gwinnett. So listen, I'm all over the place, and I'm still trying to expand. I'm trying to get to Sirius Radio. So if you know anybody out there who has a Sirius Radio Connect, I'm looking to be on Sirius Radio. I'm looking to take this show as far as I can take it. That's all I got for you today, folks. Thanks again for taking the time out to listen to the show. You mean the world to me for doing so. I really appreciate you for listening and sharing the show. God willing, I'll be back again tomorrow. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.